Hi, I'm Nate, and you're watching Photolearningism. Let's look at how you can use a free tool to create your own LUT and apply that for color grading within Kdenlive. Let's take a look. The tool that I want to point you to is called Lutcreator.js. And this gives you the ability to, first of all, get a reference table. They call them a hold here, but really what it is, it's a lookup table. And they say here in their instructions, these are very good instructions, by the way, but they say here that the 25 is generally enough. And they say that the 144 is for extreme exceptions. I just kind of go all the way to the top and got the 144 because that includes the most references per color. I want it to be as accurate for translation as possible. That'll give you a PNG, and it's called neutral, whatever the sizing you chose. So really the way this works is that starting with this translation table, you can take it and tweak it in small ways. Now I'm using Krita here, which is another fantastic free open source tool, and I'm going to add what's called a fill layer. Now I'm going to do just a little bit of tinting towards red. I want to give kind of like a really hot overtone to what I'm doing. And then what I'm going to do is bring that down really, really far, like I'd say 8% opacity, because that's already influencing quite a bit in the translation. If I turn that off, you can kind of see how that gets warm really fast. So that's pretty good. And what I can do is save that as a copy. Don't overwrite the neutral, okay? The process I've been following is just sticking with the color I'm overlaying, and it's really light. And this is version 1. That you're free to reuse that patterning if you want, but make sure you save it as a ping, keep the same format, and save it. All right, that's really all you need to do here. Next step is to go back to that tool and convert to cube. So if we click on that, and I'm going to go to what I created, which was a red light 1. You may run into a few timeouts of the page. I'd say just keep hitting the wait or continue button, depending on which browser you're using, and it will eventually get there. This will eventually come up. It's going to default to call it Lutcreator.js.cube. You want to keep the .cube, but you can certainly change the starting part of the name. I'm going to keep the same format that I've been doing, just so I can keep track again of which one's which, and keeping that .cube. So now we need to move on over into your video editor of choice. I'm using Kdenlive, which is a fantastic free open source video editor. And if you like Kdenlive and you want to find out about best practice configuration and getting your feet underneath you for using that tool, I do have a book available for $5 out there as an ebook. It's called Every Tool You Need for Content Creation for Free. And of course includes way more than just Kdenlive. It includes a whole repertoire of tools you can use to get started in content creation. But the hard facts of setting up Kdenlive are all there. Go check it out. Again, it's $4.99, $5 US, and I really appreciate you taking a look. Thank you so much. And it does have an effect that allows you to apply LUTs. If you were to look for just the LUT option there, there's Apply LUT, which you can drag down to your video object. And then once you select it, in the effects controls, you can apply a LUT, a lookup table. Now, it does have a couple of baked in ones, which are okay. What you want to do is go to the bottom of the list and go to Custom, and then load in the one that you want to try out. And you can see how that has tinted or graded the color uniformly of what I'm doing. It's made it actually much, much warmer. If I take it off, you can see how that returns to kind of the normal auto settings. Now I've played with a couple different ways here of doing it with blue and other colors, and it does take a moment for it to apply, by the way. And that gives you the option to create feeling, even emotion, and really dress up the story that you're trying to tell in your video. If it needs to feel a certain way, this is a fantastic way to uniformly coat that through your entire clip. So once again, I'm Nate. This is Photolearningism. Thank you so much for checking this out. I hope it was helpful and kind of brought you to a place of inspiration where you can work and get a step further in your storytelling and video editing ability. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your support in watching this and following on with me and learning with me. Please do give me a thumbs up if it was helpful. Subscribe if you haven't done that already, and leave a comment. Ask a question. I'll do my best to point you in the right direction. I will catch you at the next video. I love y'all.